What does this mean? We had seen two reactions yesterday. One was that when alkyl halide was taken, okay, and if I was using KOH, that is aqueous KOH, then the product was a substitution product and we were getting CCH, H, and OH here. And the same reaction when was taking place in presence of alcoholic KOH, then the product was elimination product and we were getting here alkene. That means what? That only the reagent is deciding whether substitution will take place or elimination will take place. The molecule is same, the reagent, the starting material is same. Okay, so when elimination will take place and when substitution will take place, this will be decided what reagent we are using. Okay, so these examples which we have taken, these examples are 1 degree. If you see this, the carbon atom which bears a halogen is attached to one more carbon, so this is 1 degree alkyl halide. This also same molecule, so it is also 1 degree alkyl halide. So whenever 1 degree alkyl halides are there, then alcoholic KOH is used, the product is elimination product, and if aqueous KOH is used, then the product is a substitution product. Okay, so when substitution will take place and when elimination will take place will be decided by the reagent we are using. Also, this is true that if substitution is taking place, that will take place by SN2, because this is 1 degree and we know that for 1 degree SN2 is fastest. So if substitution is taking place for 1 degree, it will be SN2 mechanism in presence of aqueous KOH, and if elimination is taking place, then alcoholic KOH we are using for 1 degree. This is clear? Now, what will be the condition for 2 degree? This is for 1 degree. For 2 degree also the same thing is going to happen if we are using a 2 degree alkyl halide. Okay, that means Cl is here, H, and this should also be a CH3 group. This is already CH3. Now, if it is a 2 degree alkyl halide, then if the reagent which is used here is C2H5O negative, this is known as ethoxide ion, which will be obtained from C2H5ONa. Sodium ethoxide is a strong base. So if sodium ethoxide, which in turn gives ethoxide ion, is used as a reagent, then 2 degree will undergo elimination. Okay, complete reactions we need not to write, but you should know that if 2 degree alkyl halide is treated with a strong base like sodium ethoxide, you have to remember the name of only this base, sodium ethoxide, then the product will be a elimination product. Okay, if the same alkyl halide, 2 degree alkyl halide, is treated with a weak base like sodium acetate or isopropyl bromide. See, all bases you cannot remember, but some few names which are there which you are supposed to remember, you have to learn. So for strong base with 2 degree, you will remember sodium ethoxide. If is there, it will be elimination. If with 2 degree we are using weak base like sodium acetate or isopropyl bromide, then the product will be a substitution product. And for 2 degree also, substitution will proceed by SN2 preferably. The preference for substitution for a 2 degree is SN2. Now this is about weak and strong. Along with this, if a bulkier nucleophile is used with 2 degree, first condition, strong base, product is elimination. Second condition, weak base, product is substitution. Third condition, if a 2 degree alkyl halide is treated with a bulky base, sodium butoxide, it will be like this: CH3, CH3, CH3. Sodium tertiary butoxide, tertiary. It is butane, but it is tertiary. Carbon atom bearing the functional group is attached to 3 carbon atoms. So this is tertiary butoxide ion. This is a bulky group. Whenever such bulky groups are there, always 2 degree will undergo elimination. So this is elimination. Okay. So we have to remember such reactions which confuse are always given in questions. So you have to always see that if a 2 degree alkyl halide is given in the question, you just look which is given. If sodium ethoxide is written, your product should be elimination. If sodium tertiary butoxide is written, again your product should be elimination product. And if weak base like sodium acetate or isopropyl bromide is written, then it will be a substitution with SN2 mechanism. Mechanism you need not to write, but you should know that it will be whether it will be SN1 or it will be SN2. Okay. So this is about 2 degree all conditions. Done?
Ma'am, 2 minutes.
Okay. After this, we will come to 3 degree conditions. That what will be the case with 3 degree. In case of 3 degree alkyl halide, it will be how? It will look how? The carbon which bears the functional group is attached to 3 more carbon atoms. Okay. This is 3 degree. Now, when 3 degree are there, then if it reacts with again a strong base like sodium ethoxide, which is written as C2H5O negative ion, then it will undergo elimination. And if a 3 degree alkyl halide is treated with weak base like pure ethanol, that is C2H5OH. If it is treated with pure ethanol, then the product it will give will be substitution product and the mechanism will be SN1. Because 3 degree is fastest when mechanism is SN1. Okay, so you just make a short summary of this. That 1 degree, which base, what product, elimination or substitution. 2 degree, again the conditions and then product. So this is all about elimination versus substitution. Now the next is third type of reactions, which were reaction with metals. Two we have finished. Nucleophilic substitution reactions. Second were elimination reactions. Third were reaction with metals. So now today we will start reaction with metals. These are two simple reactions. When alkyl halides, in short I can write RCl. If you want we can write any formula also. CH3Cl. We know that this part is positive, this part is negative. In the whole organic chemistry, most of the time you will see that the R part bears positive charge and the group which is attached bears negative charge. Okay. Then when it reacts with metals like Mg, magnesium, in presence of dry ether, we can write it in one line also, dry ether, then magnesium atom is added to form RMgCl or RMgX also we write. It will be CH3MgCl. Now after the formation of this product, this is very important product, very important. Okay, these are known as Grignard reagent, and you will see that many reactions are completed with the help of these Grignard reagents. Now we know that magnesium is a metal, so it will always bear positive charge, and we know that it has two positive charge. Mg is 2 positive. This is negative, this is negative. Now this is a compound in which carbon atom bears negative charge. I told you just now that in most of the organic compounds, the carbon atom bears partial positive charge, but it is one such compound in which carbon atom will have negative charge because metal will always remain positive. Okay, because magnesium can make two bonds, so one bond with chlorine, one with CH3. This is Grignard reagent. So this is one important reaction. The Grignard reagent prepared is highly unstable to moisture. Let me write it in the correct way. CH3MgCl or RMgX. In general we write it as RMgX, Grignard reagent, CH3MgCl. These are very unstable if they come in any of the compound which can give them proton like water. That is why when Grignard reagent is prepared, it is kept in airtight containers where it does not come in contact with moisture. Not only with moisture, it can also react with any compound which gives it a proton like RNH2. RNH2 will also give one hydrogen proton, so it will react with this also, but these compounds will come in contact only when we add or they are present in the surrounding. But water can be added naturally from the atmosphere in the form of moisture. So mainly we write the reaction with water. So whenever it comes in contact with atmospheric moisture, it gets converted into CH3. H it abstracts from here, so it will become CH3H means CH4. It becomes alkane, hydrocarbon, and remaining is Mg, one bond with Cl and one bond with OH. This is byproduct. So it gets converted into hydrocarbons. That is why always kept away from moisture if we want to store it. So sometimes this question is asked that why Grignard reagent is kept away from moisture, because it reacts with the proton present in water to form hydrocarbon and gives this as product. This is byproduct. Same reaction, general reaction can be written as R and this H, RH, which is known as hydrocarbon, and this will be Mg, one bond with X, one bond with OH. first reaction with metal. Now the second reaction with metal is very common reaction and important also, Woods reaction. What Woods reaction says, when alkyl halide molecule Rx reacts with two atoms of sodium, we have to take two molecules of Rx. They may be same, they may be different. Okay. In presence of dry ether, this R group may be same, may be different. Okay. Then what will happen? R will be formed and 2NaX will be byproduct. This is Woods reaction. That when two alkyl halide molecules react with sodium metal in presence of dry ether, they form alkane with double the number. Means whatever was the number of carbon atoms here, double of it. If they are same, then double of it will be obtained in the product. Okay, now we specify. In exam, if Woods reaction is asked, you can write with Rx also. And if you want to specify it, that also you can do. Any of the two you write. Don't waste time in writing both. Rx se bhi likhiye and then again writing using some example. No. Write any one. Okay. So, let us write. Suppose if I am taking here CH3Cl plus 2Na plus Cl and CH3. It's not necessary to write like this. If you want, simply you can write 2CH3Cl plus 2Na. Just to explain, I am writing it like this. 2Na, simply you can write that you will get CH3 bond CH3 plus 2NaCl. In this manner also you can write, and to understand it better, I have written it CH3Cl and this inverted molecule so that we can show the elimination of byproduct, forming CH3 single bond CH3 plus 2NaCl. In your notebook, when you write the reactions in this manner, because after some time when you read, you don't understand what has actually happened. But if it is written in this manner, you will understand it easily. Finally, while writing an exam, you can use this method to write. Okay, so this is the next method, Woods reaction. So we have two reactions of alkyl halides with metals. So these are all chemical properties of alkyl halides. Till now we have not discussed chemical properties of aryl halides or haloarenes. Okay. Now chemical properties of haloarenes. Okay. Now, when we do chemical properties of haloarenes, first thing we should know that haloarenes do not give, you write this in bold, do not give nucleophilic substitution. Okay. First thing we should know that they don't give nucleophilic substitution, because haloalkanes were giving majority of reactions which were nucleophilic substitution, either SN1 or SN2. But haloarenes do not give these reactions at all. though one reaction is possible that we will study later, but in general they don't give any nucleophilic substitution reaction. So first we should know the reason that why they don't give nucleophilic substitution reactions. So reasons of it. Reasons why they don't give nucleophilic substitution reaction. First point. So I have already discussed about this point. Once again we have to discuss that because this is a haloarine molecule, chlorobenzene we have made. Now because chlorine atom has a lone pair of electron, so it is stabilized by resonance, giving its lone pair here, and because the lone pair is coming here, so it will be converted into double bond. When it will be a double bond, then this carbon atom will have how many bonds? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So to make it stable, if this is coming here, this has to go somewhere. So the next structure which is made is these two bonds as it is. This bond has come in the form of, either you can make two dots like this or you just make a negative sign. It is one and the same thing. Either two electrons, because this bond actually is made up of two electrons. So either you show it here by two dots or by negative sign. It is same thing. Then these two have come here, so it will be converted into double bond Cl. This is first structure. Next structure, this negative sign which we have made on the ortho position will come and make the bond here. So this will shift from here again, because if there is one C, so here there will be double bond because of this negative. So now double bond here also, here also. So this carbon will have already, this carbon has one bond with H also. This right here C, but actually each point is CH. So 5 bonds it will have. So again it will be like this. One more thing, when this lone pair comes here, chlorine acquires positive charge. Now this is double bond. This is already as it is, Cl positive. This shifted here to make bond. So this bond shifted here to make negative sign, and this is as it is. This is the next structure. Now next structure, this negative will shift on the next bond to make double bond. This double bond will shift on ortho position to make negative sign. So this is as it is. This is also as it is. This shifting here and this shifting on the ortho position to show negative sign. Okay. Now the last structure, this negative sign shifting, because these are pi electrons, and pi electrons keep on rotating, and they will be only able to rotate if there is one alternate single and double bond as it is present in benzene ring. If we don't have alternate single and double bond, pi electrons cannot rotate. Okay, so it will come here. When this will come here, this bond will have to go back to chlorine. So it will come like this. This and this as it is, this and this as it is, this coming as bond, and because as this is coming here, so this will go back Cl, and now lone pairs have returned back, so positive sign will disappear. These are all resonating structures of haloarenes. Okay, it was not necessary to draw these structures here, but anytime you can be asked to draw these structures, so you should know how actually they are formed. So here, first reason why they don't give nucleophilic substitution reaction is this, that because the bond between chlorine or halogen and the benzene ring is not a single bond. When we were seeing in alkyl halides, RX bond or RCl bond, this bond is a single bond. So it is easy to cleave this bond, hence it is cleaved easily, and in place of Cl we have directly attached OH. That is why nucleophilic substitution reactions were easy. But in case of benzene ring, what is happening? Most of the time of the resonating structure, you see that this bond has acquired partial double bond character. So it has become difficult to break this bond, hence nucleophilic substitution reactions are not possible. This is one reason. Okay. From these structures, I have to come to next reason. This is the first reason. Okay. Second reason. If you see a benzene ring and if you see a alkyl halide, the hybridization of this carbon atom is sp3. We know that when carbon atom is bonded to all bonds single, hybridization is always sp3. The carbon atom to which halogen is attached, in case of benzene is having one double bond. That means hybridization of this carbon is sp2. When double bond is present, hybridization becomes sp2. Single bond sp3. We know that when hybridization is sp3, S character is less. Percentage wise, P character is more. In this percentage wise, S character is more as compared to this. So when S character is more, we remember from class 11 that S orbital is a spherical shaped orbital and it attracts the electron more tightly towards it because of its uniform shape. So in case of sp2 hybridized carbon atom, the electron pair which is shared between chlorine and the carbon atom is pulled more towards the carbon. So it becomes difficult for breaking this bond. Already it is a double bond character. Again, because of sp2 hybridization, it is attracting the electron pair towards it more, hence again difficult to break the bond. Here, because it is sp3 hybridized, so the bond is not pulled much towards the carbon, hence it is easier to cleave and reactions become possible. These are two basic reasons why haloarenes do not give nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay. Third, one more reason is there. You need to remember these two reasons specifically. Third reason, suppose chlorine has been removed, separated from it. Now what will be left will be positive sign. What happens if CH3X is here, this bond breaks, then it acquires negative and carbon acquires positive charge. It becomes carbocation. So this will, suppose it happens that it breaks, then only a nucleophile can come and attach here. So suppose a phenyl cation is formed. This is phenyl cation. This is carbocation. Okay. So suppose it cleaves and carbocation is formed. Now the carbocation, which phenyl cation which is formed, is not stabilized by resonance. Hence this is not a stable structure. It is not stable. When the structure is not stable, it is not formed. Why this is not stabilized by resonance? Because the carbon atom which is acquiring here positive charge, this carbon atom is sp2 hybridized and the pi bonds require pi orbital to overlap, and here there is no pi orbital with this. Hence they cannot overlap. When they cannot overlap, they cannot undergo resonance. For undergoing resonance, we require pi orbitals or pi electrons to move around the complete ring, and in this case this carbocation is not in pi orbital. This is formed in the sp2 hybridized orbital. We remember, or you don't remember, you will have to again revise hybridization concept, that if we are undergoing sp2 hybridization, so we know that number of p orbitals are 3, px, py, pz. If two of the p orbitals are included in hybridization, one is left unhybridized, and that unhybridized orbital undergoes overlapping to form pi bonds. Same is true here if this carbon atom is sp2 hybridized. So the pi orbital will be formed by the pi bond will be formed by the unhybridized orbital. So it is not available in this case, hence it does not undergo resonance, and hence this phenyl cation is not stable. So these are three reasons you can say why haloarenes do not give nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, so it is asked in reasoning questions. हाँ,
ये सेकंड वाले का एक बार रीजन वापस समझा दो।
second वाला, second.
Yes, ma'am.
This is second point, na? See, in second point, what is there? We know that sp2 hybridization and sp3 hybridization. This carbon atom has hybridization sp2. This carbon atom has sp3. When we want this bond between carbon and chlorine to break. Okay? When this bond will break, what is actually going to happen? This is a shared pair of electron. When chlorine goes, it will take away these with it, then only it will be known as Cl negative. So we want these electrons to go with chlorine, but because of sp2 hybridization, what is happening? The carbon atom is having hybridized orbital which has more s character, and it is the tendency of s character that it pulls the electrons towards, attracts the electrons towards it. So we want the electrons to go with chlorine if we want to cleave this bond, and this, because of more s character, this carbon is pulling the electrons. So the breaking of the bond becomes difficult. Now it is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So these are the reasons for not giving nucleophilic substitution reactions. Okay. Now, still, one nucleophilic substitution reaction is possible, made possible, you can say, for haloarenes. The same NaOH or KOH also we can use. Compare it with the reaction RX plus KOH aqueous. So it used to give substitution product ROH, KOH, NaOH or HOH. We had used 3 to get alcohol plus byproduct. This was a reaction. Similarly, I told that it will not. This is example of nucleophilic substitution reaction. Haloarenes are made to give nucleophilic substitution product by using NaOH or KOH aqueous, but the condition required are very harsh. 300 atmospheric pressure and near about 623 Kelvin temperature. When such harsh temperature and atmospheric pressure conditions are used, then in case of alkyl halides, simply by warming with KOH we were getting the product, but here not by warming, we have to increase the pressure 300 times and temperature to 623 Kelvin. Then in the first step, ONA is formed, this ONA, and then on acid hydrolysis, means acid mixed in water, then in that case next step is that we get OH, phenol is formed. So only one nucleophilic substitution reaction, and that also is made possible by doing some harsh conditions for reaction to take place. Then it is possible. So this is one example of nucleophilic substitution reaction given by haloarenes. Okay. Written. Let me write it in one step only because I have to compare with something. HOH, hydrolysis, directly I am writing. First step, then second step, combined product of the two is OH. Okay. Now, electron withdrawing groups like NO2. NO2 group has a tendency that it pulls the electron towards itself. As we saw, chlorine is having a lone pair of electron. What is the tendency of chlorine? To give lone pair of electron. Similarly, NO2 has tendency to pull lone pair of electron towards itself. So it is electron giving and this is electron withdrawing group. Okay. So when such electron withdrawing groups are present on haloarine, then nucleophilic substitution reactions become little easier. The same reaction which is taking place here without NO2 group present on it, what this NO2 group is going to do? Because this negative charge is present. We saw the resonating structures on the benzene ring. Because chlorine was giving lone pair, it was acquiring double bond character. And why chlorine was giving? Because it was knowing that it will be stabilized by resonance because of these bonds available. But if such a group like NO2 which attracts the electron towards itself, what it will do? These pi electrons it will attract towards itself. Means instead of making them rotate on the benzene ring, it will attract them towards itself. Hence, they will not be available for chlorine to form the partial double bond character. So, it will be easy for the bond to break. The complete mechanism you need not to do because it is too lengthy. But you should know that because NO2 is an electron withdrawing group, so electron density on the benzene ring, it is going to pull towards itself and hence this bond will be cleaved easily. Okay. So, such a group is present and NOH is used aqueous. Then little harsh conditions. Here we were using 623 Kelvin. Now near about 400 Kelvin temperature will be enough to convert it into product. Instead of one, if two NO2 group are present on ortho, one ortho position is this, another ortho position is this. Then the same reaction will take place near about at 300 Kelvin only. Previously at 600, now at 400, now at 300 and it will be giving product NO2, NO2. And if it is present on all positions, NO2, ortho and para 3, then the same reaction can be completed just by warming it. Okay, means nucleophilic substitution reactions first thing are not given by benzene. If it is haloarine, if it is made to take place under drastic conditions, then it can give one reaction in which phenol is formed. To reduce the drastic conditions, one thing can be done, that we can have a nitro or any other electron withdrawing group on ortho or para position, because these electrons, while we were rotating them in the resonating structures, you saw that they were coming only on ortho and para position. They were not coming on meta position. So NO2 group present on meta position will not help anyway. It needs to be present either on ortho or on para position. Okay. So if one nitro group, little less temperature, two nitro groups, less temperature, and in all three positions, ortho, ortho and para, then just by warming it you can get the product. Okay. So this is about the first chemical property of haloarenes, the only one nucleophilic substitution reaction which is possible.